First of all, I want to say thanks for taking a minute to watch this. My name's Eric. I'm from Toronto, Canada. And honestly, I never thought that I'd be recording a video like this. You know what? I wasn't actually looking for another opportunity. My background is 30 years in real estate, and I was already knee deep building an AI solution and strategies for other realtors like myself and local business service providers. And then a friend of mine, Carolyn Dennis, reached out to me about Affiliate Mentor somewhere around mid October or so. And I said no. I was way too busy. I had my hands in other things. I was traveling to Jamaica. I was actually there during Hurricane Melissa. And, I didn't really get back to Toronto until somewhere around mid November. And then once things finally slowed down, I took a look. And what really caught my attention wasn't hype, it was the AI side of this. And so I joined somewhere around November 26th. I didn't rush. I went through the training to really understand exactly what Affiliate Mentor was about and to see what AI insights that I could add to my own toolbox. And honestly, I discovered things about AI that I thought I already knew, but didn't. And so then I did the simple part. I followed the training. I reached out to a few individuals via WhatsApp or Messenger, people that I already knew and trusted. I wasn't pitching them. There was no pressure. And so here's exactly how I did it. My first message was really simple. I would just say to someone like, hey, Sharon, long time, trust all is well. Quick question. And I would just leave it at that. I developed that kind of curiosity. And then when they responded, I would, however that response came in, I obviously would reflect on that. But then I would say, what? Would you be open to taking a look at something super part-time that uses AI? It's low cost and simple. And I can send you a short video. And by the way, no worries if you're not interested, that's okay. I thought of you. And that was it. And then if they said yes, I sent them the lead capture page to watch the 8-minute Spark overview. And then that way, I would let the system do all the explaining. One of the things that I would do, though, is I would ask them what is their best email address. And that way I would know if they've opted into the system. I could actually see and tell by their email address. So I started on November 26th, was when I made my first sale. Now, I started November 26th, and I believe I made my first sale on December 1st. Not lightning speed by any means, but really repeatable and confidence building from my standpoint. And so along the way, I watched the trainings like the Spark training. I watched the AI launch secrets. I watched the AI Kickstarter. All of them delivered real serious value. And so if I had to give one piece of advice, watch the AI launch secrets first and actually do the outreach, right? Study the first Spark case testimonials. That way you can see what other, normal everyday people are doing. Not gurus, but normal everyday people, right? And you want to keep your messaging simple. And you also want to follow up without pressure. And you also want to trust the process. All right. And so today I'm all in, Spark, Core, and VIP. And it all came from a very simple, what I call a $25 peekaboo. It gave someone the opportunity to take a look at what Affiliate Mentor really had to offer. And so now I've completed my first cycle, and I'm genuinely excited about what lies ahead. And so there's a saying that I like to share with you that says, it's better to be prepared. Sorry, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. And what I can say right now is that the AI opportunity, it's coming fast and furious. And Affiliate Mentor is the vehicle that's going to prepare you with the AI insights, knowledge, and education to take advantage of that AI opportunity that's coming. And so if you're on the fence, just start, right? That first spark changes everything.